Hi everybody, it's Gary from Advice for Business. In recent times, we've been talking about how I took a business from a £60,000 profit to a £96,300 profit, i.e. a 68% profit increase. And today we're going to focus on sales. How do we convert more of all the leads we're generating into genuine paying customers? Make more money in less time with less stress. Believe it or not, sales is really easy. One, it's a skill and it can be learned. And two, all it's really about is finding out what someone wants and selling it to them. Simple. Now, what I'm going to give you in today's vlog is a simple 9-point checklist and test you can work through, which will identify where your sales skills are strong, where they are weak, and maybe give you a few ideas of what you can do to improve them. So first of all, let's start with personal motivation. Personal motivation is really important, not just in sales, but in business in general. If you get up with a spring in your step and a I can do it and I am going to hit my targets attitude, then you're going to find selling a lot easier if you wake up thinking, I don't really want to do that. They're probably only going to say no. They're going to waste loads of my time. Just write yourself a number for personal motivation. Let's put a 5 up there, for example. Next is personal management. If you're like most business owners I know, there's always something that requires your attention. And often we forget to make the main thing the main thing. And in a lot of businesses, sales are the main thing. The more sales we make, the more profit we make, the better our lives are, and the more money we have in our back pocket. If we're terrible time managers and we don't make the time to do this stuff, then it doesn't matter if we've got the best sales skills in the world. We're not going to make any sales. Rate yourself for personal management. Next, product knowledge. Now, I hope you know everything there is to know about your product. But if you don't, then you need to learn, because customers will smell that. And if you've got staff that you've got going out selling for you and they haven't got absolutely first-class product knowledge, then that's absolutely where you need to start. But I'm going to assume that we're all really good at our product knowledge. Next is prospecting. How good are we at following up the lead opportunities that come from whatever lead generation sources we need, and how good are we at generating new leads? Then we're going to talk about qualifying and asking questions. So qualifying is making sure that we're selling to somebody who A, has a need for what we've got, B, wants what we've got, C, can afford what we've got. If they can't do any of that, it doesn't matter how good you are at any of this other stuff, they're not going to buy. Asking questions is about identifying the need. In sales, questions are the answer. As I've said, all sales is keep asking people questions until they've told you exactly what you want, then tell them that you can do it for them. They're probably always going to buy, because one, they think you understand, and two, they know that you know exactly what they want and you can deliver it. So how good are you at asking questions? Next, your presentation skills. What is your sales pattern? How do you sell and present your solution? The better you are at doing that, the more likely you are to improve your conversion rate. So if you don't think about it and you're just typing up a quote and giving it to people and saying, there's the price, there's a good chance your conversion rate's going to be quite low. Whereas if you're spending time talking about the features and benefits of your product and service, presenting your solution in a way that they understand and actually gets them excited, then you're going to make more sales. So we'll give yourself a score for that. Next, answering objections. When we ask people for the order, nearly always you get some sort of objection. It might be I want to think about it, it might be the price is too high, it might be that they've got to speak to their partner. Whatever the objection is, you probably only get the same 4 objections over and over again. So take some time, sit behind your desk, write down the objections you get most commonly and write how you're going to deal with them. And you become much better at dealing with them. So rate yourself for that. Next one, most important, asking for action. 80% of lost sales are lost because no one ever asks for the order. Do you ask for the order, and how do you ask for the order? Sometimes we feel a bit awkward, don't we, saying, okay, do you want to buy then? You've just got to come up with a phrase or a way that you're comfortable with saying, I've shown you everything that you need, I've understood what you need, I can deliver what you want, can I go ahead and place the order? Or shall we go ahead and complete the paperwork? Or when would you like me to start? Whatever phrase works for you, have it and get really good at asking it, and your sales conversion rate will go through the roof. So rate yourself on that. And then on follow-up. The sale doesn't end when you've made the sale. Keep in contact with your customer, ask them if they're happy, and guess what? You'll probably get repeat business, and more than likely, you'll get some referrals as well. So how good are you at that? So rate yourself out of 10 for all these areas and get yourself a red pen and identify the areas where you're weakest. Get on Google, do some training courses, get in touch with us, get on the A4B website and have a look at some of our resources and get better at where you're weak, and your conversion rate will improve dramatically. So there's Gary Maskell, advice for business, making sense of your business and making sales really easy.